so nice to be back here.
And the 2021 season is underway with the TCU right-to-left serve. Wisconsin finds Hart in the middle, and it's picked up by Brandschreiber. Out to the outside, a tip into the block by Raiola is pushed back by Wisconsin. They'll try her again. She'll unload on one. Touches the block, picked up by Orzel. To the right side, Robinson clubs one. First kill of the season for the sophomore now. Devin Robinson led the Badgers in hitting percentage last year when she hit .426. Here's the pass up front by TCU on serve receive. Mignon goes wide from the right side. Now here's Brandschreiber back to serve right now. Right hand over, right at Chivita. Pass off to the right a bit for Hilly. Robinson comes in from the right, clubs one. Redke was coming in there too, but she laid off. Now a swing on the left side, pushed back by Wisconsin. TCU grabs again. Here's Mignon off the block, saved left sideline by Barnes. Hilly over to the left side. Here's Orzol's first swing as a Badger, and it's dug out back row by TCU. Quick shoot set in the center, slapped at, and a diving save by Hilly. Saves it on the right sideline. Inside left, and how about that throw down by Orzol, the freshman?
Really some nice rallies back and forth. Long rally that time. Finishing it on the outside with a bit of a throwdown past the outside blockers down.
Side hitter from Poland with her first kill as a Wisconsin Badger. Pass off to the right after the serve by Wisconsin's Jocelyn Boyer. Here's Hilly, sends it out left pin. There's Ozel, a rocket right off Brandschreiber, and it's picked up by TCU near side corner. Free ball coming to Bucky. Wisconsin has it. Hilly back sets for the slide. Dana Redke takes care of the rest. So this is Boyer, who's a 5'6" junior, a transfer from the University of Iowa. TCU attacks in the middle, and it's shoved down with the right hand, but it was wide.
Play with high energy and start getting the crowd into it.
This TCU team was 4-17 overall last year, 3-13 in the Big 12, and there's a big right hand down to the floor by Myers, the junior, up by a score of 6-2. Serve receive Barnes, steers it up front to Hilly, sends it to the left pen. Orzel with a hard smash, but it's dug out by Swafford of TCU. Now a free ball coming to Wisconsin. Boyer to Hilly. To the right to Redke, into the block, and it's pushed back, but right there waiting for is Chivita. Back to Redke on the right, touches the blocker's fingers, and it's saved in the back row. In the middle, there's another kill by Michaela Myers.
She's one-on-one, and that time they clipped the net a little bit, but it still went down.
Barnes backpedaling on serve receive. Great pass over to Hilly, who didn't even have to move, standing on the motion W, and then she uses the left hand to throw it down at the 10-foot line.
The slide, the middle blocker doesn't know what to do. She's thinking left and right, and Hilly goes up and with a jump down.
She'll toss into the air and send it to the left back on a topspin serve. Over to the left side, a swing goes at Barnes, diving to her right, the save. That was Raiola with the hit. Now the Badgers get it over to Loberg, and a whistle and double contact called on that set. I was watching that jump topspin at practice earlier this week. She's also great at swinging out of the back row. Here's Boyer. Over to Hilly, back sets over to Dana. Redke goes into the block and straight down off the blocker's hands. First set here between the Badgers and the Horned Frogs, and it's 8-4 Wisconsin. Here's Ashburn serving, up and ace to the back right. She aces Raiola.
She got an ace off the serve first one.
Serve goes to the back row. TCU sets it up to the left side. It's off Boyer on the left back, chased down by Orzel. High bump set over to Loberg, pushes down the far sideline. TCU sets it up, back row swing by Raiola, stopped by the Badgers. Over to Loberg again, unleashes on one, push back, covered on the line by Boyer. Badgers attack from the back row. Orzel had to reach for it, taps it over near the 10-foot line. TCU grabs it, they'll tip it, 10-foot line save after the Adams tip. Here is a hanging shot in the air on the right side, and it's down.
Another long rally and really nice defense by both right sides, Hilly and Ashburn in there just chasing down some balls.
Spinning pass. Finds the setter Nichols, who sets it up left side, pushed back by the Badgers. And now a free ball coming to Wisconsin. TCU couldn't quite get it up front. Left side swing coming up by Grace Loberg. Popped up off the floor by Raiola. Left side swing by the Horned Frogs, and the Badgers going to let it fall between Boyer and Hart. It's a 10-5 score. Badgers hitting .375 in this opening set. A 0 hitting percentage for TCU. Hilly backsets, running the slide. There is Hart again, a punching kill off the block as she tools it for a kill, and Wisconsin has a 6-point lead. The Badgers' Sydney Hilly, who's back for another season at Wisconsin. Nichols sets it up to the left pin. Here's a swipe trying to get off the block. It goes wide and it goes out of bounds. But that's good for Wisconsin, because it's
good for Wisconsin, bad for what we think.
It's 12-5. The Badgers up by 7, and Hilly's serve has TCU out of system. Here's Adams' shot. Barnes underneath it, gives it up to Hilly, to the right side, Robinson, soft tap, up and over, inside the 10-foot line. There's Robinson getting a little tricky with her shot.
Outside blocker's hands, but the blocker reached back when she had her libero on the floor trying to get that ball, and she...
Tomorrow night. Here's Hilly's serve after the TCU timeout. Horned Frogs attack to the left. Adams bounces one off Barnes, but she kept it off the floor. Saved past the end line by Orzel. And now a free ball coming up to the Horned Frogs. Adams will tip. Hilly dives and a save. Barnes, the bump set. It's near the net. Robinson tries to crack it off the block and did not clear the net. That bump set was really tight. Robinson did the best she could. Leading TCU, the hitting percentage one-sided, 350 for the Badgers, minus 0.42 for TCU. Here's Loberg from the right side. Getting the touch up front, and we see Grace Loberg get a kill. It's 15-6.
Swing, nice hit off the top of the block and deep out of bounds.
So Chivita goes back to serve. She'll be back to serve, had 16 aces, was second on the team last season, was 16. Middle attack. Goes off the Badger block for a TCU kill.
They just passed it well, they ran the middle and they scored.
TCU back to serve. Serve receive, Orzel in the middle. Robinson got blocked. TCU's defense setting up shop. Here's Adams, the junior, sending it to Barnes, backpedaling. Perfect pass to Hilly in the middle. There's Hart. Hart goes to the right back for the kill. It's actually kind of close to that.
The left side in the middle for TCU, and she cut it to her left, like you said, about the 10-foot line. Really nice.
Two-time all Big Ten selection as Barnes rifles one at Bramschreiber. Here comes the setup from the left side. A hard smash by Raiola. She pounds one to the Badgers' back row for a kill. That's Cecily Bramschreiber out of Lucas, Texas for TCU. Here's Nichols back set over to the right side. Mignon goes into the Bucky block, but it was Orzel and Redkey teaming up to send that shot back.
On the right side, but she's not super quick and dynamic. She's a little slow getting her arm through the ball.
What about that outside hitter? And eventually, she gets in to the University of Wisconsin. Here's a shot that wasn't touched up front is the question, and it was up at the net.
Good for her. She got into school, and she's here.
And she's in the starting lineup.
Yeah.
Here's Chivita's pass on serve receive. Badgers run the slide to Redkey, and she got it. Everyone by a lot at 420.
Yeah, specifically a lot.
Yes.
But she's topped them all.
Here's Orzel's jump topspin serve. Bramschreiber handled it to the left side. A cross-court hit by Raiola, stopped by Barnes. Now from the back row, a little tap over by Orzel, the freshman. In the center, TCU tries it and got it right off the Badgers' block for this opening set victory. Boyer's pass goes off to the right. Redkey got the one-hand set from Hilly, pounds it over. TCU handles, and then a shot goes wide to the left sideline, cross-court. Out of bounds by Adams. Here's Ashburn, already an ace tonight for Izzy. She'll go to the right back deep. It's a line drive pass. It's dropping down. That's 2 aces for Izzy tonight. Here's Izzy again. She'll go to the far side corner again off the top of the shoulder of Raiola, and it results in a free ball to Wisconsin. Hilly will send it over to Hart. Push back, and it goes down in the Badgers' back row. 3 Badgers giving chase on the right back. Here is Michaela Myers sending one deep. Boyer backpedals. Hilly at the 10-foot line sets it up. Pipe attack, and it's tapped over, and it's going to work for Orzel. She went right at Myers, I believe, in the back middle. 3 aces in this first set for Wisconsin as a team. Here is Hilly lining one to the back row. Pass off to the right, out of bounds. The bump set by Nichols. Back row attack goes off Orzel, and it's good. A rocket by Raiola. 3rd most assists in the country by a Power 5 underclassman last year. She'll send one at Barnes with this serve. Hilly sends it to the left pin, and there's a Robinson set winner for Wisconsin.
That's so nice for the offense and the setter to be able to go to her anywhere, anytime. They're certainly not relying on her.
Here's Chivita to serve left or right to start off the set. It's a pass off to the right. TCU out of sorts, and a free ball coming to the Badgers. Right side, Robinson tries to go down the line. It's saved once, twice, and shoved over. Another free ball for Bucky. Hilly sets it up right side. There's Robinson again, and she unloads a fastball cross court.
Wisconsin just wears them down, bringing more offense from 4 different directions.
She was second in the conference with a .426 hitting percentage. Chivita's left to right serve. TCU attacks in the middle, and right in front of Chivita, it's down by Myers for the kill. The junior makes it 1-1. Serve goes down the left sideline at Orzel. Here comes Hilly. Over to Julia again, and the freshman delivers, cracking one cross court for a kill. Head coach Kelly Sheffield saying Orzel can attack with velocity from the front or the back row, and we've seen that here already through the first couple of points of this second set and through the first set. Here's TCU on the right. Raiola, the sophomore, goes at Chivita, spins the pass up front to Hilly, right side to Robinson, cuts the block and sliding in, that's saving it is Bramschreiber. They get it up front, and TCU ends up getting the point.
Pass Recky and out of bounds offer.
TCU, first lead of the match tonight. Here's the left side swing by Orzel, pops it off the block, tool shot good by the freshman. What a play by Hilly.
And then a nice swing that time, and again, the middle blocker for TCU was a little late getting there because she's chasing Redke around, and I think she took it off her noggin out of bounds.
Like a little touch back set, sliding out of bounds on the left side. It just like went like a foot behind her. It was like the perfect touch back set. Here's Orzel reaching up and over the block, tapping at the 10-foot line. TCU grabs it, free ball to Bucky. Barnes to Hilly. Here comes Sid. Left side, Orzel one-on-one, goes long. Got the touch. Point Wisconsin. They won the opening set 25-13. Here's Boyer, the transfer from Iowa. Rifles one down the right sideline of TCU. Nichols sets to the left. That's Adams, cross court and wide.
Sometimes they force things a little bit too much.
2-point lead for Bucky. Boyer serves back row. Left side tap. Adams right there in the donut, right at the 10-foot line, favoring Bucky. Here's the standing float by Myers. Barnes with a perfect pass up front to Hilly on serve receive. They find Redke, and the 4-time first-team All-American and preseason All-Big Ten selection.
He snapped over the top so much it fell down. The topspin brought it down in front of the right back digger. They couldn't pop it up.
0 hitting errors. Jump topspin served by Orzel. Forces an overpass, and there is Loberg to clean it up at the net for Wisconsin.
Caused some problems for opponents during the course of the season.
Here's Orzel again, toss into the air. In the second set, here's TCU's serve right at Boyer. Steers it up to Hilly. Tries the setter dump, clipped the top of the net, flips up into the air and down at the 10-foot line. 8-5 now, Wisconsin leading TCU. The Badgers as a team overall that was 4th in the country with a .318 hitting percentage. A serve by Ashburn has TCU out of system. There's a joust at the net. It's back to the Badgers, to the left side. Loberg, yes. Grace, snap of the wrist, goes cross court for the kill.
Crushed it on the left side.
Ashburn led the Badgers 22-8 in a full year. Remember, COVID protocols and whatnot kept the Badgers off the court for quite some time. TCU attacks in the middle. Orzel swings from the back row, and it's dug out Bramschreiber. Here comes the Horned Frogs. Backing off and sending a shot is Adams. Wisconsin grabs it. Hilly sliding, knees setting, left side Loberg tapping, and a diving save by Nichols. Now the bump set out to their outside. There's a swing by TCU. Mignon pushed back by the Badgers. Swing on the left, pushed back by the Badgers. And then it's tapped over by Adams with the left hand. Up 1-0 in this match. Boyer serve receive. Bad pass, back row, bump set from Hilly to Loberg. Did she get a touch? She got it. And got the touch. So Grace Loberg is now coming up big with some kills here.
But it was close enough that the middle back player couldn't tell. She dove for it, touched it. And it looks like they're not afraid to schedule tough teams because those Big Ten teams they've played have been in the top half of the Big Ten.
Yeah, and they've got Minnesota tomorrow night. Here is the back set right side. There's Grace again on the right, but this time it's stopped by that TCU defense.
But she did get blocked there. Nice block by Raiola.
She's 1 of 2 from the right side tonight. Serve receive, there's Grace on the right back. Badgers send it over to the left pin and Robinson, and it's dug out. Here's Nichols, quick set middle. Pushed over in the center by TCU. Badgers get it back. Robinson left side, tapping down the line, and it's good. Right off the platform of the setter, Mackenzie Nichols.
And the second set is hanging in there. You know, sometimes it's just a matter of getting your bearings and understanding the team and the environment a little bit.
In just the second set, but I was going to mention how we talk about how important all these players that came back for Wisconsin are. Here's a down ball sent over to the Badgers after a serve got TCU out of system. Right side, Robinson got it off the block for Orzel, and I think that's number 6 now for Robinson.
And that's amazing when you can bring in better recruits than.
With 16, she kind of provides an example of that depth of talent the Badgers have in the backcourt where they can bring a transfer libero like Chivita. Here's a right side swing by Mignon, denied by the Badgers defense. It's Orzel and Hart teaming up to stop it.
Tried to back bump set up, but she set it so high it allowed the Badgers time to get over there and put a nice block in.
Graduate student from Huntington Beach, California. Over 1,300 career digs. Serves at the freshman Orzel down the left sideline. Orzel gets it back, taps into the block, denied, covered by Wisconsin. Again, set up, and she unwinds on one, cracks it off the block. It's going to go off TCU, over and out. So Orzel didn't get the shot she wanted to right away.
Really, you know, it's just tough for a block to. There's so many ways to beat a block, and she just went off the side of it and out of bounds.
Here's Barnes, Wisconsin's libero. Rifles one at Bramschreiber, the libero for TCU. It's going to be too many hits. They can't get it back over the net. We'll hear from Wisconsin's Lauren Barnes coming up in between sets 2 and 3. During the intermission, a serve again, TCU handles, swing into the block by Raiola, push back. Raiola gets another crack at it, goes soft over the block. Barnes waiting for it on the left back. Robinson tapping, 10-foot line down, in between 3 TCU defenders.
It hesitated, and they were all, 2 or 3 players could have made it, but none of them did.
Pass off to the right sideline. Nichols sets it up for a slide. Right off Barnes, she falls to the floor, but keeps it up into the air. Orzel left side, pounds it down to the ground. A heavy hit by the freshman on the left. Well, TCU is hitting 176, but that Badgers offense is humming along on a 4-0 scoring run. Here comes TCU after a high pass. They run it to Myers on the outside. Right on a slide, it goes off Wisconsin's Sydney Hilly, and it's a kill for TCU. Baylor takes on Minnesota tonight in the Big Ten, Big 12 Challenge. Serve received, Chivita pulls Hilly away from the net. Right side, Robinson tries to terminate. Got pinball around and shoved over. Free ball to Wisconsin. Hilly inside left, there's Dana. Pounds it off a defender, and it's saved right sideline, and a free ball coming up to the Badgers. Or what's the call? They're gonna say it's down. Here's Boyer, who has an ace tonight, goes deep back row. Great pass by Nichols. Here's Myers, right side slide, and she got stuff blocked. Wisconsin comes up with the block off the TCU defense inside the 10-foot line.
Just a good team block. Again, TCU runs kind of a slow slide in the back, so it gives them time to get up there. Yep, and TCU just had to make a sub. They just have to try to slow things down here.
There's Boyer, pounds one to the right sideline. High pass, tight net, turnaround, dump is almost down by TCU, but it's saved by Wisconsin out of bounds on the right side. We'll talk about that in a second. Swing is blocked. Redke and Hilly stop it on the right. Adams got denied by that Wisconsin wall. 2 points away from going up 2 sets to none. Standing float by Myers. Here's the pass by Chivita. It's a good one. Right side slide. There's Redke. There's a bullet down the line, and it's in. Another one for Dana to within 1 point of a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, and that says something for a middle blocker to be ranked that high.
And back to serve. Jump top spin. Coming up by the freshman, Orzel, and she gets it off the middle defender in the back row. It's saved out of bounds on the right side. Here's a swing by Adams. Shoved forward by Orzel. Over to the left side. There's Demp, snap the wrist. Branch-Driver popped it up. Saved near the TCU bench. From behind the end line, a backwards bump and a free ball. Hilly sends it quickly to the left side. Going wide is the Badger attacker, Jade Demps, who's into the match. The setter, Nichols, on set point again for the Badgers. Barnes, serve receive. Great one to Hilly. Back row attack by Orzel. Pushed back and then down.
That'll open it more for Orzel in the future.
Another set point coming up for Wisconsin. It's 24-13. Orzel serve receive. Hilly, great pass up front. To the left, there's Demps. She got blocked. TCU records another block as a team. That is number 4 tonight. Here's Nichols again. Toss it to the air. Right hand, right to left. Boyer sliding to her right on serve receive. Orzel with the tip on the left front. Overpass. Here comes Wisconsin again. Right side, Redke winds up. Push back. Orzel saves. Hilly, left pin. Here's Demps. Another crack at it. Another try, and she goes wide.
They want her to get experience, and even in situations like that, they still get a 9-point lead, so they're pretty safe.
Nichols at Boyers. Pass goes off to the left near the bench. Chased down by Barnes. Brings it back in play with the bump set. Demps tries it again. And that time it's a set winner for the sophomore Jade Demps. So set 3 out on the court for the Badgers. It's Chivita, Barnes, and Orzel on serve receive. Hilly and Robinson, who just got a tool shot on the right side. She's been good behind the service line tonight. Quick set in the middle, and that one slapped. It's saved by Hilly. It's pinball around. The Badgers get a free ball out of it. Over to the TCU side. Here comes a swing by Mignon, who saved it. Might have been headed out of bounds, that free ball. Left side, Orzel swipes down the line, and it's grabbed by the Horned Frogs. Nichols sets left side for TCU, banging through the block, and it's good. Audrey Null, 27 assists for the setter, Sydney Hilly. Here's Hilly, sets it up left side. There's Orzel, banging it down off the line. Julia Orzel.
Available, but she took it and just went around the block, and again, just about took off the setter's head in the right back.
For the freshman, Orzel. Here's the serve to the back row. TCU sets it up. Mignon goes off the block. Boyer got her hands on it, and it's a free ball after a backwards bump from the end line by Lauren Barnes. Then Barnes stops a line shot by Mignon. Chivita with a backwards bump set over to Orzel. She rolls one over. TCU digs it out to the left side. There's Knowles into the Bucky block. It's no good. Wisconsin gets the point. And once again,
inside forward, instead of staying aggressive, she backed off it and didn't even get it over the net.
3-1, Wisconsin, third set. Here's Boyer, 2 aces tonight. Goes to the back middle, pulls Nichols away from the net. Here's the slam on the left side that goes long by Knowles.
You hope they did better than the person you had in there before.
There's Boyer to the left back, right at Knowles. Nichols chases down the pass, sets to Myers in the middle. Badgers pop it up. Orzel, Hilly had to get around Julia. Gets the bump set to her, who taps it over. TCU back over the other way. Chivita up front. Orzel Gets one off the top of that, and another one.
TCU setter set it over to two hands, and she deflected it up and slowed it down for her team, and they could run that offense then.
Served by the Horned Frogs right at Barnes in the back middle. Here comes Hilly. There is Hart with a tap deep. It's saved by the Horned Frogs. Can they keep it off the floor? They can, but not in 3 hits. Back over to the Badgers. 6 aces as a team for Wisconsin tonight. Orzel has not gotten one. Jump top spin. There is one right there through the seam. Pounding the backcourt for an ace. Toss into the air. Here's the next one by the freshman. This pass spins off to the right. Nichols sets it up. Myers had to go around her setter. Taps it down the sideline. Badgers grab it. Here's Hart in the slide. Got the touch up front. Danielle Hart takes care of the rest. And the Badgers lead it by a score.
Yep.
Here's Knowles. Serve receive Orzel. Hilly chases down the pass. Gets it over to Demps. Unloads on it, but Bramschreiber on the left back right there. Swing by Myers, and she gets it off the Badgers defense at the net. Hart and Demps right there in the middle.
But it's just not often enough for them. They've not been passing well enough, which is tough serving by the Badgers.
Team best 7 kills for Myers. Back row attack is good. The pipe attack by the freshman Orzel off a perfect spinning pass right to Hilly.
And that's the thing, it's a low back row attack. It's not a high one where blockers can come back in.
Myers hit 375 and had 8 kills in that one. Now she's back to serve at Orzel. Spinning pass to the right. Hilly gets it over to Demps, who got it off the Badgers. Couple of low dribbles up to the end line on the near side corner. She'll serve it, forces an overpass, and there is Smrek right in the middle. 6'9", saying, get it out of here.
She doesn't have to jump a whole lot, and she got up maybe 3 inches.
It's played by Adams. It's chased down by Nichols. Back to Adams, off the top of the Badger block, and it's going to work. It was Smrek and Demps setting up camp on the near side, and it drops at the 10-foot line after touching their hands. Drafted in the NBA in 1985 and won a couple of titles with the Los Angeles Lakers. And there is Smrek right on cue.
Out there, and they've been training and practice together all the time, but this is against another opponent and in front of a big crowd.
In college, but I was talking to Kelly Sheffield earlier this week, and coach was saying he really likes Smrek. He really likes what she can do already. Here comes Wisconsin. Tap over by Robinson. TCU plays to the right side. There's Adams, big swing. Chivita pops it forward. Hilly gets it over to the left. There's Orzel. Oh, she got blocked. First hitting error tonight. Dennison back to serve. The graduate student goes down the left sideline. Orzel on serve receive. That might have been headed out of bounds. Back to Julia. She'll tap over the block. TCU handles. Bramschreiber bumps that near side. Tap into the Badger block. Denied. Here comes TCU from the right side. Mignon goes wide. Hitting error TCU. Another one for Wisconsin.
Player in for a player who'd been doing great. Just, get her off there, and she had a nice night.
There's Grace into the block, denied. Back to the Badgers. Hilly goes to Loberg again. This time she'll tap it over. It's good. Kind of an open hand tap over to the back middle. It's 15-8.
And that's dangerous for opponents.
Badgers return 87% of their aces. Boyer forces a pass off to the right on serve receive. Left side swing, that's Knowles. It's pushed back, and then it drops down to the floor, and Wisconsin leads it. Boyer, 2 aces behind the line tonight for the Badgers, and it drops down for another one off the top of the net.
Nope.
Here's the transfer from Iowa again, this time to the left back. Pops the pass up front. Nichols gets it to Myers, who slaps it deep. Chivita watch it sail past the end line.
They've still stayed on track.
Boyer goes back row, deep serve. Tap over, middle, Myers, and it falls. Point TCU. They'll have a bigger challenge tomorrow night against Baylor. Hilly sends it sideline to sideline to the left, and Loberg got it. As she soars and slams one for a kill, and it's 19-9.
They got to reach a hand for it, and it's coming so hard. If you only put one hand up, you can't get it back. It's very tough.
Off 11 swings for Loberg. Myers down to the back right at Loberg. It's good. Played in 9 sets last year for Wisconsin. They'll serve it Boyer. Tight pass. Hilly sets it up left side. Demps climbs the ladder and clubs it down to the back and middle. Start for Wisconsin when Hilly had to miss a match at Minnesota. Here comes TCU. Left side swing, and it goes off Smrek and Hilly, and it's down. Adams, preseason All Big 12 selection. First ever meeting between TCU and Wisconsin. Smrek taps right side, but a double contact call. The Badgers are 3 points away from a 1-0 start this season. Barnes, perfect. Hilly, Smrek got stopped. Well, that's a big time block by Cole at 6'4". 2 points away for the Badgers. Here's Barnes. Serving at the Horned Frogs. Knowles rattles between the block on the left side, and it's in. Give credit to TCU as Bram Schreiber, the freshman libero, serves at depths. Hilly sets it up to the left side. Loberg goes off the block with a soft little roll shot that touches the block, and now we've reached match point here in Madison. Here's Reed at 5'6". Pops one over to the back middle. TCU sets to the middle. There is Myers, off Barnes, deflected around, and a free ball to TCU. Wisconsin kept it off the floor. Myers gets it a second time, and this time quiets the crowd with a kill. Jump topspin goes right at Reed, near the net, and it's slapped down by Myers.
For that first one, she overpassed it a bit.
Barnes serve receive, spins it up front to Hilly. Here's Hart for the match. It's down. Hilly to Hart, and this one's over. Big 10, Big 12 challenge.